rider powers of using the Hibiki stuff doesn't actually use the Henshin call, you get away with still shouting it's morphin time.
Yeah, you don't have to say anything. You just do so for the hell of it.
Yeah, because
You
like
don't have to.
the way it works is
Like, you
like
don't have to. It's strictly muscle memory.
you just make like a vibration, no, like a vibration in it, with sound, and then it just causes your powers to come out.
Manifest.
Also, quick little detail there. When I first showed up, it was the Zeo theme playing. My transformation theme from here on is Braveheart.
Yeah.
Specifically, an English cover by Dave Does Music, which I feel is the best English translation of the song to date.
Don't think I've heard of that one.
Go ahead and look it up, it's really good.
All right, I'll do so after the stream.
I can just copy the link I sent to Bear and send it to you.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the stream. Vegas Bear here again, as always, and with me, as always, is Latios and Taro. La- Latios is busy humming, I'm assuming Braveheart.
Indeed.
And, yeah, we are here to play more Super Robot Wars.
There we go. There's the link sent. Sorry, it took a moment because I copied the wrong text.
It's fine.
Right, we had an emergency sortie that we had to take care of.
Let's fix the fail.
Before that, I just realized I gotta send out the links that we're live.
I'm gonna go get something to drink before we actually get fully into
I was so excited to start, I forgot to do that.
Oh, that's okay. I need to get a drink.
Wait, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2, what?
Oh, the audio's back to the way it was before last stream.
Oh, right, that's because, I turned off the second, I turned off the thing that let me hear the game music on PlayStation.
Um, I found the entire movie of the kid who would be king.
Really?
Yeah, on YouTube, no less.
Hmm.
I got to watch the entire 2-hour movie.
That reminds me. Did I ever tell you about how I found an animated version of the Hiroshima bombing?
Sorry. What?
You heard me.
Oh
So,
boy.
so, for those of you who do not know, I have trouble sleeping sometimes. Sometimes I will lie awake at like 3 in the morning and just look at random shit on my phone. And, excuse me. At some point, I'd found an animated version of the bombing of Hiroshima from the civilian's perspective.
Wait. Was it like from perspective of from the perspective of this one kid who went looking for his family?
Yes. I found out later that it was part of an anime called Barefoot Gen.
Oh my god, I saw that. Taking, he hid from something like zombies, I think.
I don't think they were zombies.
Oh,
Because,
there was
like,
three people, or there was three people walking through fire, and last time, and from what I remember, one of them had half their whole body missing.
yeah, that's what happens when you're in the middle of a fucking nuclear bomb.
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be walking.
You'd be surprised.
Okay then.
But yeah, I found that video years ago, and I was just like, what the fuck did I find? I only found out much later that it was from Barefoot Gen. But, yeah. It was fucked up. Also, there were people in the comments of that video saying that Americans are monsters for allowing such a terrible thing to happen. And me, knowing my history, replied with, there was no choice! Do you think we felt good about that? We didn't! I'm pretty sure the pilots killed themselves! No one wanted to go through with this, but we had no choice because the Japanese would not stop.
Hey, babe.
Oh, hello.
Don't mind what's going on. Don't mind what Bear was talking about.
Yeah, Bear's just a crazy man. Don't worry about me. I'm just insane in membrane.
Insane in the brain.
Insane in the bear brain. Take me down to the Paradise City where the girls are bears and they bears.
He's finding this unbearable.
No. We're talking about Paradise City. Hiroshima? What's that? Actually, that kind of makes it worse.
Bear, maybe we should just focus on Super Robot Wars for now.
Yeah.
Oh right. I was gonna tell Latios about the thing that happened in Final Fantasy yesterday, but now that you're here, babe, I can't because I don't want to spoil the game for you.
Oh my god. We are. I have no idea how far we're in.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
You missed a conversation about Hiroshima.
No. Paradise City, remember this.
I choose to leave that alone and move on.
Probably for the best. It was another moment. It was another moment of bare sanity.
The last 10 minutes did not happen.
If I could edit this, if I knew how to edit, I would just take away the last 10 minutes of the video.
But leave in, the last 10 minutes did not happen.
Yes. Alright, emergency sortie, a flash through space.
The operation to bring down the Zanskar Empire's super weapon has begun.
Indeed.
I'm scared that, like, I was initially scared this would be the Angel Halo, in which case, ooh, that ain't gonna end well.
Oh, that's much later.
The Striker, Hangar 2.
Zanskar's strategic weapon, the Kailash Giri. Never would have guessed they could get it ready and set up in orbit this quick.
Federation's really eating it on this one. That's why the Dre crews are the ones that ask to jump in front of the monster. It's Zanskar's secret weapon too. I'm sure it'll be under heavy guard.
Granted, that's why we've gotten some backup. Who wants Oliver?
Marbet.
Who had Marbit?
Oliver, so you're here too?
This is Zanskar's strategic weapon we're talking about. What's the point of the League Militaire if we don't try to stop them here?
Oh, so you're Oliver. I've heard a lot about you, sir.
Ah, and you must be Uso...
Hey, wait.
Say it again?
I've heard it like Uso Evan.
Uso Evan. The Shrike team's talked my ear off about the good you've been doing.
You know the Shrike team?
I'm a pilot instructor for the League Militaire. They're all my former students. I've got some new members with me, in fact. Let me introduce them.
I'm Juka Melash. I used to be part of the Bagley team with the EFF, but now I'm here for the League Militaire.
And I'm Francesca O'Hara. You know how to call me Franny, though.
How do you pronounce that?
Miliera Catan.
I'm Miliera Catan. Franny and I are Juka's wingmen.
We're glad to welcome all three of you. I probably should. Yeah. Oh well. It looks like the Eternal Girls' Night out, that is the strike team, just became a bit more of a party.
Absolutely. As the captain of the team, let me be the first to say, welcome aboard, you Frey.
Well, at least you're as gentlemanly as ever when it comes to women.
Oh, come on. Do you really want to be that prickly? This is your first time together in a while, you know?
I don't believe that's your problem, Junko.
It's not your business.
Marbet and Junko, with Oliver in the middle. That seems to be like a bit of a struggle.
Right then. All elite military members have assembled under Rainforce Jr.
Fuck, who had Odello?
Oh god, I can't remember myself.
So that means Alicia and Warren are here too?
What's the Reinforced Junior then?
It's a remodel of the old junker that was the Rainforce using its Soundscape battleship's parts. It can actually stand up to live combat, so you can count on it for the support this time. I've brought a V2 of my own too. You can expect me to help too.
Well, we're sure glad to have you, Oliver.
Yeah, we're only managing to survive as pilots because of your training, Oliver.
Also, the fact that, there are more experienced pilots on board, otherwise you would all be dead.
Don't remind us. Victory Gundam was a bloodbath. A depression-fueled bloodbath.
Just watch out, okay? The most dangerous moment for a soldier is when you think you're starting to get used to the battlefield.
If you could only find a moment of consideration like that for me. We've sure got a lot of power on our side. We can do this, right?
If we don't, Earth's pretty much done for. We don't really get a choice. A flash through space.
Barry, when did you get here?
You have like several bits of optional equipment get a final form we've yet to see. Oh no.
Wait, what'd you
Right
say,
about the
Taro?
Indoro being that far away.
Barry, when did you get here?
Oh, fuck you. Trying to remember, who was it that Zonscare teamed up with?
I vaguely remember the heavy metals being involved.
Alright. Fuck it, let's get Grandpa in on this. And for the last...
So it's actual Grandpa. Amuro, the person actually taking up that role for him.
And also, let's get the Magic Knights in here, because... there's a mission that I can get if I can get a total kill count of like 150 between these three, Sendog, and Ikaruga.
Here we go.
Who's got Jin?
Well, that's like
Okay.
we make, Captain. With the droid crews and the League military side by side, Zanskar might as well surrender now.
Certainly. In terms of pure unit quality, the Drake Cruise is the best the EFF has to offer. But remember, Genim?
Genum?
Geneham?
I mean, that's how my brain is reading it. Gene and Ham.
Genum? War's always been about about numbers for as long as we've waged it.
What are you driving at?
This next fight's gonna be do or die for Zanskar. We should assume they'll draw in their allies from Zeon and the Poseidon forces, leaving us to confront an enormous army. I should have brought out the other Gundam characters.
Of course I do that. You don't need to remind me.
We don't have time for this conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give us your best old man voice.
We're about to enter the combat zone.
We'll be seeing the enemy defense forces soon, I'm sure.
That's the Kailash Giri.
Damn!
Big old space
These
battle.
forces functions as an enormous charged particle cannon. We could only estimate its probable power, but we better believe it's likely more destructive than even the colony laser. If they fire something like that at Earth,
That's why we have to destroy it. To make sure that never happens.
So they're just
they're
gonna
just
wave.
gonna wave a-
Oh.
Oh, right, that was you. My bad. Bonk.
So they're just gonna wave a bigger gun to make us do what we say, or do what they say? Well, we're not gonna stand for that.
Bonk. Got it, Orga. I'll scrap it fast.
Mikazuki, you're not even in the Gundam.
He's like pulling himself with the one good arm in the zero G. But he is determined.
Man, though, how did they drag this giant hunk of metal into Earth orbit? Apparently, very secretively, with the cooperation of Zeon and the Poseidon forces. So, the Poseidon forces will be here as well then.
Being protected in the vicinity of the Guile?
I don't even know what that was.
That was like an alternate translation for the same thing.
There's so many!
How did they assemble such a massive force?
So this is the Dre crews that's been on everyone's mind. They certainly are composed very differently than in any other Fedi unit. I see the League militaires accompanying them, but with Tassilo Wago, these names I swear, in command here, they will find their efforts will end in tragedy. Hurry with the big cannons firing preparations. The Dre crews may end up as our test fire target if necessary. Oh, Jesus.
Are you trying to be Vegeta? Because it looks like you're trying to be Vegeta.
Man has 10 hair.
I could dip him in ink and start writing a memoir with that.
Well then, Sir Taslio. Oh god, these names. Allow I, M.F. McTomin, to command our vanguard. I'm glad to see Giwaza sent us a reliable ally to aid us. Obtaining Zanscare's assurance of aid is very important to Lord Giwaza. This Tassilo Wago, he has ambition secreted away in his heart. He's exactly the kind of person we need. Daba, I don't recognize that heavy metal there. If that's a custom machine, it must mean one of the extra 13's piloting it.
That sure is one weird head it's got, though.
That heavy metal that they call B. As you thought, its pilot is one of the extra 13. Darling. Captain, it looks like they've started their particle accelerator.
Oh god, it is the Flash! Oh, that's me. Damn you, Zanskare! You're gonna fire that thing at us?
What do we do, Captain?
We only got one choice, but it's the same one we've always had. Break through the enemy defense lines and blow the Kailash Giri to pieces.
Mavi, calculate how long it'll take them to fire.
Already done. It'll fire in 7 minutes. So we have 6 minutes to eliminate the enemy defense team? That's... 6 minutes isn't enough time to worry about if we can. We have to do this. Everyone!
All units, charge! Yes, have to eliminate the entire enemy defense screen in 6 minutes or less.
Damn it, this is gonna be way harder than we planned.
They better go down easy.
I told you to stay put.
They better go down easy, because I feel like this isn't going to happen in 6 turns.
No, what would be even more brutal is if the timer was actually counting 6 IRL minutes.
Oh, Lord.
That would be terrifying.
Oh, right, I forgot. I fucked up the thing.
I'll be back in a minute. Gonna go like something.
Alright.
I said it before and I'll say it again. The gun ease and all its variants, I have an appreciation for, both on the level of it's a grunt suit, and it's a grunt suit that is effectively a mass-produced Gundam. People joke about how much they look, at least in universe here, people are joking about these things looking like Gundams, but like, these machines are more reliable than you think.
Mr. Captain, I better set a good example for the strike team and Usto to follow.
Oliver, trying to show off to the strike team. Whenever Oliver's motivated, Marbek gets upset. I really don't get those two at all.
Love is weird. I say as the only single person in this group.
No, being in a relationship, I can vouch for that.
And of course, Taro's saying nothing because his girlfriend's in the chat.
Smart man. I will say this much. It's a good thing that Super Robot Wars didn't fall on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
That's when we take Papa to the beach and the boardwalk and just kind of make a day of it.
Okay.
Let's do this thing.
If Cliff were here, he would tell me not to do it, but hey, he's not here.
That's the Kailash Giri, the thing my mother told us about. I have to make sure her information doesn't go to waste. And after this, I'll rescue my mother. We don't need outsiders coming in and making things even worse.
I don't know Uso was a Republican.
But tish. Wings of light! Why? Oh god, that's pretty, but it hurts. We were saying they better be pushovers because there is otherwise no feasible way to get through them. I begin to think this will be an issue.
It's only turn 1 so far, so... Damn!
Oh, looks like he's pissed that we left him out of the last fight. Look, Ed, I swear it was an accident. We didn't mean to leave you out of the last one. At least we're not arguing over who's got better cooking this time.
That mission was dumb.
It was dumb, but it was a funny kind of dumb. The fact that the captain gave full permission to roast people, though?
That was pretty funny.
We'll keep all our world safe. We've got to fight for things we care about. There!
Ow, a paper cut. They're not that different from a mobile suit. Gotcha! Dead. God. Part of me is just thinking, in an alternate timeline where we did the missions in a different order, we would have been here with Guy and Goldie ready for another her super finisher.
Damn.
I feel like Gridman should have been here.
Or the Ultras we just recruited.
Yeah. So they can plow through the enemies quick.
For the moment, we're doing reasonably well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still turn 1, right?
Yep. All right, this one's me. It's on. Not done yet.
Still, nice burn. Heavy metal, more like just lots of noise.
More like a rusty bucket.
Watch me swoosh right in. Swoosh! I shall face you with open ears, heavy metal. By winds of admonishment. What the f- How is there wind in Spain?
Huh.
Oh, wise guy, eh?
Wise
Yeah,
guy.
that goes for you. I don't want to take any more damage than is absolutely necessary. You should know that violence isn't the answer. Winds of admonishment! Ah!
Yeah, I would say we're doing pretty well.
I have no idea how strong this edge guy is, but I'm gonna kill him anyway.
It's looking real heavy, folks. There's no getting up from this. All according to plan. Suck on this!
Oh no.
Paper cut!
I should run. I should absolutely run.
Really? You're trying for this.
You're really gonna try and do this. You're
Hey,
really.
hey, if man wishes for death, let it be.
This isn't even God's Care Force is going better this than the guillotine. This is just sad.
I want to get one that goes from the hero. Die.
That's the way. Hook and release. The flames of Pentagonus conflict will spread no further. This calls for a little saber rattling. Prepare to duel. This will end it.
Okay, it's not that hard. I can fight.
Hey, Grunt Suit. This season, you. Hey, I just drew this card. Why don't I show it to you? It's an Udo reverse card. You
Oh.
think you're cute?
Bitch, I'm adorable.
Yeah, more or less. A storm attack! You cheap little! You'd have done it! You would have called it fair if you had been doing it. Well, yeah, it's only fair if we do it.
Yeah, we're the good guys after all. Oh no. Oh shit. Okay. This guy's gonna get his shit rocked. So you are Daba My Road. At last we meet. Is this guy going for me specifically? Lord Giwaza is concerned about your continued existence. Therefore, I have come to resolve the issue. You're seriously gonna put your personal goals first in a pivotal battle like this. Zanskar will regret teaming up with a pack of selfish fools like you. Say whatever you please. For Lord Giwaza's sake, I, MF McToman, will personally take your head.
I think I know what MF stands for.
Oh my god, its head is weird.
There. I think I know what his initials stand for.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Motherfucker McToman. Time for maximum output. Here! Fire! Take this!
Oh, that's a door. Shit! We're here continuing with the DBZ abridged references.
Top class machine and headliner alike.
You see that V2 and think, I can take him. Okay.
All guns, fire and bring them down.
Tiny, highly mobile full Gundam. And you think a Battleship Barrage is gonna take him down.
You won't get away. You can't get away. Now. Die.
Damn.
Oh, by the way, Gundam Seed is getting a new movie.
Yay.
I actually have somewhat of a morbid curiosity for this one, because the people from the original show don't seem to be attached to it. Writing and producing wise.
Okay, so it might actually be good.
It could actually be good. It's supposed to take place a year after Gundam Seed Destiny, and the first red flag I saw was that they're taking the movie-exclusive mobile suit approach and going, here, a brand new Freedom Gundam!
Oh, I was hoping we get more of the, what was it, the
Strike.
No, the one designed for space exploration.
The Stargazer.
Stargazer.
Personally, I'd like to see more Strike variants because if they've given Kira a new Strike Gundam with a modular Striker pack, that means more hope for Striker pack releases in the future. It's something I really want to see. But naturally, Kira can't pilot anything that's not a Freedom Gundam because he's somehow degraded its skill so badly. His cockpit only has one actual button labeled win, and everything else is just for show. Again, considering the stats seems to be different this time around, who knows? Kira might actually have to put up a struggle this time.
Hopefully. Maybe they're gonna do a Metal Gear Solid 2, and Kira dies in the beginning of the movie.
Considering he's the freaking main point of the advertising, and the movie is called Gundam Seed Freedom.
Yeah, but imagine all of that, like,
all that hype.
All that hype. Yeah, all that hype, and it's a bait and switch.
They'd have a bunch of angry cultists banging down their door.
Good. Let them be angry.
I reiterate the point about them being cultists. Okay, now's the time for the League military flagship, the Reinforced Junior, to show its true strength.
I keep saying Reinforce. Because it looks like Reinforce.
The Reinforced Junior, okay.
Yeah, but it's Reinforce, because I think Reinforce would be spelt differently. Maybe. Not much of a flagship when this is essentially the only ship in our service.
Your name better not be George, or I swear to God.
to writing my zombie. I mean, on top of that, half the parts of this thing came from a Zanskar battleship.
None of that matters right now. We have to show the Federation that the League Military's got real spirit.
For a stand-in, he sure is trying hard to fill his role.
Well, it's better than him not trying at all. Let's play along, shall we?
Ahead full speed! Just as Genum said, it's time to show the Zanskar and the EFF the mettle of the League Militaire.
Even though we did steal the Zanskar.
Ow, ow, ow! Strawberry flavored pain!
Yeah, you're not retreating from this, my dude.
I reiterate, strawberry flavored pain.
Oh, there. I need to just remind myself. I made it. Well, I have nothing for him. Yeah, but I made a writer. I did a writer of.
You did a Rider OC?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I don't think you're gonna like which commentator show this one comes from.
Which one?
You understand when I tell you his name. Common Writer Paul Geister.
Ghost?
Yep.
Look, the only problem I had with Ghost was the writing. I thought the characters were cool to a point. I thought the gimmick was awesome, but they all just kind of threw that away in the last act. They could have gone full on mystic with this, but went, you know what? No, it's all science. Those ghosts, they're not real. They're science. And that just bugs the fuck out of me.
I hated that too. I really did. I was like, you legitimately just saw your friend go intangible and you think it's all science?
Well, no, by the end of the series, they, like, more or less confirm, yeah, it's all science.
They fighting what?
Yep. That's why when we get to Ghost's World in the D&D campaign, that shit's not gonna happen!
I mean, really, what is magic but a science one does not understand?
We're talking about ghosts.
Supernatural is effectively magic.
Well...
I don't want to get into this headache.
Listen, they just hand wave, like, an entire season's worth of lore.
Look, I'm just playing devil's advocate for a person who hasn't even seen the show, so forgive my minimal understanding.
The only thing about Ghost that I still like is the gimmicks. Because the gimmick...
Oh, Icon.
Yes. The gimmick.
I thought this would look pretty cool for the main rider.
The way it works is that they are the souls of people who left their mark on history.
And once they're used, they form jackets.
They form jackets that can give the rider powers based off that person. I used to have a bunch, but I sold them. I still have like a handful. Let's see, which ones do I still have?
God, I just thought of something. What if they use that power for a super form based on an event where a lot of people left their mark on history, for good or for ill?
World War II?
Like, say, an infamous shipwreck.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh,
How about
yeah.
we-
No, like, either it'd be a shit ton of icons, or it'd just be one labeled the, what was the title of the ship?
The ship I was referencing was the RMS Titanic.
Yes, I know it was a Titanic. I couldn't remember.
Somebody would make one somewhere.
I couldn't remember what the beginning part of it was. It's either going to be a bunch of icons of all the individual people that died on the ship, or it's just going to be one icon that's called RMS Titanic.
And all I can say is the power set would probably consist of freezing attacks and drowning. So I don't want to see that.
Freezing attacks, water attacks. No, freezing attacks, water attacks, and also the souls of those lost on the ship.
How would that even look as a jacket, though?
It would either look like parts of the ship like formed into a jacket, or it would look like a captain's jacket.
Or
But-
like it's made out of the iceberg.
With parts of it made out of the iceberg. That'd actually be interesting to look at. Anyway,
Again, I know there's somebody out there in this wide, crazy world psychotic enough to make it.
if
I
someone
just don't think I want to see the end result.
if someone can make an icon of fucking Walt Disney, H.P. Lovecraft, and Hitler, I'm sure someone can make one of the Titanic.
Again, I know somebody's made it somewhere. I
So-
just don't think I want to see it.
So the icons I have are Florence Nightingale, Ryoma, who I believe was like a political figure in Japan, and also Christopher Columbus, and Tutankhamen. I also have Shitaro Ishinomori's own icon, but for the life of me, I can't find it.
Oh god, I just thought of something else that's like a pair of icons or whatever the heck these things are called.
Icons.
That- Yeah, a pair of icons that are basically one is a direct counter to the other because they both left their mark on history. Lincoln and Booth.
Oh! Yo, I can actually see that because. All right, listen. I had an idea for Ghost, whereas like in the first arc, there's this guy who's trying to gather the icons for nefarious purposes. My idea was just turn him into a Kamen Rider and give him icons of bad people who left their mark on history. So, like, John Wilkes Booth, Angry Mustache Man.
I don't like this.
On 1 through however many.
I just thought of something.
Because communism.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought of something funny. Well, morbidly funny, really. Okay, so you know how in episode 1, Takeru, you know,
Dies.
yeah. Polgeister does go for the same thing, but he doesn't realize. He has no memory of dying.
Oh, that's
He just thinks one day, oh, I can just see ghosts now. Apparently that's a thing.
I just realized Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho would be Kamen Rider Ghost style rider if he ever got a belt.
Oh, absolutely. Like, way back when I was, like, thinking of a Kamen Rider, Kuga, and Evangelion fanfiction, one idea I had is that Decade shows up and, like, summons, like, all the other writers, and they're all similar to the Evangelion Kuga story. They're crossed over with different anime and cartoons, and Kamen Rider Ghost was in fact Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yusuke Urameshi, yeah. Because, once again, this kid dies in the first episode.
A death that wasn't supposed to happen, mind you.
Like, his death wasn't supposed to happen. Nobody in the spirit world expected a person with his caricature to sacrifice himself for a kid, and the car would have swerved harmlessly out of the way of the kid in the first place. In the words of Botan, Fairy Woman of the River Styx, your death was a waste. Which is why we're giving you a second chance. You really caught us off guard.
But yeah, he has no recollection of dying. He just one day wakes up and starts singing Ganma. And I just thought of it today, so I don't really have much.
Okay. See, you said Ganma, and my brain kept saying, "Wait, did he say Yanma or Ganma?"
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Like I got bugs on the brain.
My accent tends to do that sometimes. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're fine. You're
Peter
fine.
Benjamin Parker, Kamen Rider Rackney.
I think a few YouTubers, like group of YouTubers, what was it called? College Humor? Did a thing about that called like a masked spider. Basically Spider-Man becomes Kamen Rider, and then after beating Kaijin Venom, Ant-Man shows up wanting to fight.
Oh. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Hold on. There we go.
We're detecting warping in the local dimensional boundaries. That's the same as what we saw from Fair.
Blue!
Of
We're
course.
going to talk to you about your ship's extended warranty.
Ah! What a lovely coincidence, Mitsuba. I'm thrilled to see you again. What the hell is with you? Are you stalking Mitsuba or what? Not at all. I'm merely here to deliver a present for you.
A present?
Human Earthlings, fight as if your life depends on it. That jerk, he turned tail on his own.
Wait, if he left behind his forces, that means...
The Quaystar unmanned weapons are attacking all targets indiscriminately.
They're going to pick a fight with both us and the Kalish Giri Defense Force at the same time. That jerk! What a smug snake. Still, though, this could be our chance. We can use them to our advantage. We can open a hole in the enemy's defense line. So you want us to take the Quaystar's help?
I know how you feel, but pride won't stop that particle cannon. All units, engage both the Quaestors and the enemy defense forces. And when possible, try to leverage them against each other.
Oh boy, freeway fight, let's go.
This is precisely the kind of carnage I was hoping to both exploit and avoid at the same time with a previous Transformers pick, where I had the Autobots fighting Decepticons and Predacons at the same time.
Also, I still fully believe that Edge in some way is a Quaestar.
I don't think he is.
Otherwise, he is tied to them somehow.
Like, there has to be something there. I know it. If
Oh.
I'm wrong, oh god.
He's going in with the wings of light.
Hope this gets him. Doesn't seem like they're a different mobile suit. Different from the mobile suit. Has the wings of light.
Pretty, shiny, oh god!
Goodbye, you mother.
Goodbye, Jojo.
Goodbye, farewell, my friend.
What in Daba my road and the Dre Cruise? I am overjoyed to have met you all. Your heads will be a perfect offering to my master next time we meet.
I'm hoping we kill you soon.
What the hell was their problem?
Dude, I told you, it's warning, very gentlemanly. When battle gets some worked up, he doesn't kill himself. Or I've heard.
This is a dangerous man in a lot of ways.
Hey, so you want to blow up the giant cannon? Yes.
Let's be honest though, really. None of the other units on the field would have needed to be out here. Gridman and Free Ultras were on the field.
Yeah, because Amuro was here for we'd have to have a party going. And if Camille was here, people would be losing their faces.
Camille, Amuro, Gridman, the Free Ultras,
Ryoma.
yeah, Ryoma. I couldn't
Oh,
think
God,
of his name.
Just imagine, Ryoma putting so much freaking Getter energy into the Getter Tomahawk that it's suddenly become like several times bigger than the freaking Getter itself. And even from this distance, all he has to do is swing it, and he manages to cleave the thing in two.
Would not surprise me in the least.
Seems odd, Brad. Or knowing him, he'd turn the Getter into the Getter Tomahawk. Shoots Getter rays.
He pulled
Like, he'd do something ridiculous and it'd be completely on brand.
a Vaughn on it.
Oh my god. He would.
That one is a mobile suit to be wary of.
It's a Gyaradoga.
Typhoon!
Why the hell is there water in space?
That's wind, but okay.
I heard, like, I keep getting mixed up because Typhoon.
I know, it's stupid.
Honestly, Emerald Cyclone would be a better name.
You would think.
Besides, Typhoon is basically just a hurricane spinning in the opposite direction, if memory serves.
Okay. Now that I think about it, how exactly well, everyone in the campaign even see Gamma, let alone hit them.
I'll work that out.
In my particular case, being a feline Digimon, I can rely on the excuse that animals can sense spirit.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Both you being a feline Digimon, and me, and
Like Burb being a Chocobo, or at least the big is.
yeah, and Nupia being a dog, it sort of works out. Just, they can't see them, just they know they're there.
You're welcome, by the way, because like I heard that realization of
Yeah, because I realized that
it's kind of ridiculous. I made this character, Felix Ampoon, as a joke, and somehow he's becoming a very bizarrely balanced character. Like, this is probably one of the best ones I've ever made. Out of all, maybe 3, 4 of them.
I will be right back. I'm gonna get some drink.
fair enough.
Basically, the whole a cat and a dog thing. No, they're not gonna be arguing and fighting with each other. Like people are going, wait, one's a cat and the other's a dog? I could just see that going. Like, why are they fighting all the time? Because really, they don't. If you introduce a cat and a dog to each other early on, they will get used to each other, and not all cats are get out of my face. So,
And well, Kazuto's not an actual dog. It's just his rider form that resembles one.
so like, yeah.
Wait. Oh my god, I can't believe I just realized I just realized that the zombie buckle works more than it should with Nupia.
So,
Nupia is some jumbled up, fed up version of my late dog Snake. You see where I'm going with this?
ooh,
Yeah, and they have the zombie buckle.
are you okay, man?
just realized this.
Pat, pat, pat.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. All I can say is, I can only imagine how. I can only imagine how your character will react when you start seeing random ass robots just causing destruction for the heck of it. The freaking cog foot soldiers. Keep in mind, because these are Power Ranger villains, they're going to be foot soldiers.
Apparently, Tara wants a dog.
Okay, I'll explain that in a bit, but right before that, no, not really. I want Bunny. Remember? But
Considering the fact I have a friend who goes by Bunny, that's really weird.
Sorry. No, what happened was, when I was talking about it, I realized that the zombie buckle works more with Nupia than it should have, and I'll explain why. Nupia is just a jumbled up anagram version of my late dog's name. And I have the zombie buckle. Let that sink in.
Okay there, Pet Cemetery.
Oh, fuzz you!
Are you honestly surprised that I'm...
The response was, "Are you okay?"
If we get a bunny, I'm taking care of. Hey, why can't I take care of them? Well,
They're not saying you can't. They're just taking initiative.
I know, I was joking.
Yeah. What that was actually pointing out. Power Ranger villains showing up, we're gonna see foot soldiers. So, I'm not sure which one it'll be for Lord Razzle Dazzle here, whether he'll be using putties or tengas or something. I like to think that because he's displaced from his reality, he doesn't actually have access to the Tengas at the moment, so he's using putties again.
That makes sense.
But also to be my first. Hey!
And then that brings me to what I was eventually going to get to. The cogs. I am taking what Zordon said about them in episode 1 of Zeo, and I am taking it to its logical extreme. Zordon said you have to completely dismantle them to stop them. In reality, it just translated to punching them a lot and they'd fall. But I'm taking that at face value. You have to completely disassemble them. So I am cleaving these things to bits.
That's gonna be easy for me then.
Yeah, because he has a fucking zombie buckle that comes with a fucking chainsaw!
That's gonna be so easy!
Just imagine, he slices one thing at the waist in half, and it's still going Terminator style, trying to crawl to him, so then he finally starts taking the things, like, completely apart.
Yo, nah. One of the other ideas I had for Nupia was he starts collecting mementos from his fallen enemies.
And there's just like an arm or a head of one of these things lying around.
He puts them back together, reprograms it, and it's just become another chef for
Oh my god!
helps him in the kitchen.
Oh my god!
I love that the stuff I just keep adding to because Power Rangers in a Kamen Rider world just keeps evolving into this ridiculous running joke.
You just turned it into IG-88 from Star Wars. A robot designed for murder. Now reprogrammed to fucking help people.
What do you mean, am I okay?
In the Cog's case, it's been reprogrammed to like serve humans at a restaurant. In IG-88's case, it was reprogrammed to take care of a baby.
So I can imagine. Not only is it programmed to help in the kitchen, this Cog is actually the new janitor. And they'll have a
I almost spit my root beer out.
Suzu comes in one day, he just sees the Cog in the kitchen, wondering what the hell's going on.
No, he sees the Cog wearing a bow tie, sweeping up the place.
Yeah.
He just looks at the Cog, looks at Bob, looks back at the Cog, and just goes, whatever.
Meanwhile, me over here, sewing its outer.
I could actually use this to my advantage for the final battle with his Prince Gaskin. Yeah. We have a Cog from the Machine Empire in the cafe. Granted, it's reprogrammed, but wouldn't it give a reason that something in there that is vital to its ability to function could also be tracked?
Ooh.
Ooh.
And that leads to the Machine Empire's forces invading to finally put down these obnoxious riders and their little ranger friend too. And now I can just, and now for some reason all I picture is just Bob pulling a Glock out of nowhere.
Bob pulled out a fucking 1911.
God, this is gonna be great!
Like,
Oh, I'm loving this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This campaign is by far the most fun I've had in D&D yet.
like,
This is the first ever D&D I've ever done, and I'm loving the hell out of it.
I've never even thought about the cafe being attacked by enemies, but like, but now, like, you have that in my head, like, eventually, like, enemies are gonna find their way into the cafe. Well, I mean, they found their way in the cafe before. When they first went to Agito's world, Apollo Geist and Commoner Scissors had attacked the cafe. But back then, I didn't think of Bob pulling out a gun.
But this is about an arc that pulls out a freaking Glock and just starts shooting.
No, here's what makes it better. He pulls out a Glock. Bob pulls out Glock. Felix sees this and tries to, like, give him a proper blaster. Someone else goes, "It's really not the time for this. I know guns aren't really a thing in your world, but here, it's not really
Oh, no, you don't understand. Those things are bulletproof. You need lasers.
And then he puts the Glock down and pulls out a fucking BFG.
No. Fair. He puts the Glock down, and Anubia just takes out the Magnum buckle and gives the Magnum to Bob. Here, I think this will work much better.
Oh my god! Like, you do like you do like zombie. You do like zombie Magnum, and you just give the gun to fucking Bob.
It's better than what I was gonna do. I was gonna have him pull out a Geartlinger with the explanation of, yeah, Power Rangers is the far side of the multiverse compared to Kamen Rider, and bridging the gap between them is Sentai.
Yeah. Y'all making me want to do D&D again.
Yeah.
It was
I will
great
gladly
on
play
Saturday,
again.
babe. It really was.
All we need is to pick a date, man. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to take a look at the calendar. Hopefully we can do it a lot sooner than like a month.
Seriously, if we can squeeze in 2 games this month, I will be happy, because that's 2 more than I thought I'd get.
I have 3 weeks after this Friday of time out of class, so we're good.
Oh my god. Like, I'll be honest here, Taro. A lot of the stuff I came up with for what my character can do and what I'm hoping to do with him, it was legit just me trying to press the boundaries and see how far I can go and what I can get away with. So I am quite happy with where I'm at right now. Where I've stopped, where I've decided to let the boundaries lay is, it's kind of a thing for Sentai and Power Rangers to just randomly develop new powers and finishers depending on the situation. I'm choosing not to do that. Because really, if I could make up new powers and finishers on the fly, what would even be the point?
Yeah. You are stuck with what you have.
And I am okay with that.
Just think of new ways to apply those finishers to your opponent's
Honestly, that's kind of why I'm happy to have that limitation.
Like, okay. Think of it this way. You have the power of a lightning Oni, right?
Yep.
What if you're fighting someone in the water?
Oh, bad move, Buster.
Wait, Bear, the water buckle.
Oh yeah, the water buckle.
You have an infinite supply of water thanks to Nupia.
Just imagine me going up against the Shark Rider again. Hey, last time we met, you sorted out my power. Allow me to thank you for that.
Oh, I would get the popcorn.
So, the idea I have for that particular writer is he is basic like so the character of Callan is basically me, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Shark Rider is his shadow. It is everything I'm afraid I could have been had my life not gone down the way it has. And that's because of Deva and all of my friends. That would hurt everyone else if they were in the water. But if any of them know anything about science, they would know not to follow the lightning demon into the water.
Just turn back to look at the party. I'm going for a swim. Everybody out of the pool.
Okay.
Or just to get that extra pot shot in there. Everybody out of the pool. It's Adult Swim.
Hey.
Okay, question there. So, I know Scissors was taken down before me and Latios got there. I took down Guy. I'm assuming every bad writer from Yuki's in there somewhere?
Yeah. Every evil writer from Ryuki is going to be in there. And when we get to the Ryuki world, it's going to be like you're going to encounter different versions of those characters that you've already fought.
Nah. Nupia sees Guy again. Oh hey, round 2!
And for whatever reason, Guy just starts sweating.
I can just imagine Nupia's reaction to seeing Zed's putties for the first time, though.
Yeah, because the only thing he's fought into that fire are plants that became writers, and actual writers as of Guy. When he sees putties, he's gonna be, what the hell is that?
Oh, them? They're pushovers. You have to be on this up there. I can just imagine, like, I'm not even morphed, and I am just so freaking chill about this. Oh, they're pushovers. See that big Z on their chest? Basically a self-destruct button. Hit it with a good amount of force, they go flying apart. Just to show that, yes, even if I'm not morphed, I'm still competent a fighter as a Meikumon. Take on a horde of putties and or cogs on more.
I imagine you jumping around like freaking Sonic the Hedgehog, like pinballing into all of them.
Meanwhile, Nupia...
A couple of cogs were punching something trying to dogpile me, and I proceed to use the quote-unquote killer hairball attack to launch myself upward.
Meanwhile, Nupia and the other 3 riders are standing there going, what in the ever-loving hell? Well, actually, wait. Didn't Deva say that her character's from the real world?
A version. Her, Tanaka, and Holly are from a version of the real world, yes.
So everyone but Nupia's...
is a fictional thing there. One where they've acknowledged Digimon is a fictional franchise there.
As is Kamen Rider, Power Rangers, and Super Sentai. You two are essentially the only ones from fictional universes.
Hence, you look at the initial reaction of, I'm fiction to you? Having that mild existential crisis.
Everyone fighting putties, meanwhile Nupia wondering what the hell is going on. He's just standing there with his zombie breaker.
Webb says, damn, that's a bit depressing. What is? What I said for the Shark Rider? That he has a shadow of me?
A shadow of what you were scared you could have been.
Yeah.
The ghost of Christmas never happened.
No, the ghost of bad ending that never happened. Also, he is not from an alternate reality. He's from a deleted timeline.
Even better.
So, and the only way that he could be from a deleted timeline is if he were a very, very specific type of kaijin from the Kamen Rider franchise.
Deleted timeline. Oh. Oh no.
choose to just let the revelation happen when it's ready to happen. In the meantime, like, I can just imagine when I finally get the chance to catch up and get revenge on that Shark Rider for what happened to my Zeo powers. By that point, I would have gotten my upgrade, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I am going straight up all-out battleizer mode.
By then, he may not even be a Shark Rider anymore. By then, he may reveal his true self.
Hey, remember the first time we met? Blasted me with all that water and shorted out my powers? Well, you should have killed me when you had the chance.
Sees Nufia. Hey, it's that guy that took out Guy. I'm gonna be honest, that fight was very one-sided.
Yeah.
And I thank you for that.
Oh god, I just imagine Lupia's reaction to seeing the Zord battle. The cockpit's a one-seater still. Not exactly taking everybody else in.
When he gets... No, if, what's the thing Bob has again? The secret thing?
The what?
The secret area inside, Cafe Site.
You mean the vineyard?
Vineyard, yes. When he gets back, he's just gonna go up to Bob, and he's, after seeing that sword battle, he's just gonna be like, Bob? That secret room? Can I go in there, please?
I need a hard drink, please.
I feel like I need one after death.
Because you just saw a giant robot Sphinx fight a giant robot fighter. Alternatively, whatever the heck Zed whipped up that week.
I can imagine if Zed and the Great Army are able to strike a deal, it's gonna be fucking chaos.
Oh, yeah. I live for this.
Like, if he meets the Great Leader, and the Great Leader doesn't decide to instantly wipe him from existence... I say wipe from existence, I just mean kill him. But, like, if the leader of the Great Army decides not to just murder him, imagine the type of shit they could do if they, like, pulled their forces together.
Oh god, it's gonna be something similar as...
I can imagine Zed leverages the fact that he knows one of these riders and how they work, how to attack them next. Like, that's leverage enough. I know how these idiots work. I know how to get under their skin. I know how to break them. And I've taken on entire teams of them before and won. Alternatively, if it actually comes to a 1v1 combat thing, Zed serves his ass on a platter.
Oh. I just had a terrifying thought.
Alternatively, what if Zed took over the faction?
Okay, hold on. Latios, you found the line.
Okay.
Because the Great Leader of Shocker is not just some schmuck.
I don't plan to actually have this happen. I'm just spitballing. The line is here, I'm a back away.
He isn't just some schmuck. He was able to fight off the first two riders in their prime.
Okay, fair enough.
And even when they beat him, he still survived. Because it was confirmed that the great leader of Shocker has been in control of all the villain factions of Showa era Kamen Rider up until Kamen Rider Black RX.
Alright, fair enough. Like I said, I'm backing away from the line. I don't mean to step on toes.
Oh no, you're not. I'm just saying, like
if anything, I'm just hoping that Zed manages to find a nice, cozy place high up in the ranks there.
if him and Zed were to fight, I can see them being.
Would not be pretty.
Well, of course, but I can see them being evenly matched for a while. But the great leader, the great leader of Shocker, has so much shit, so many different forms that he can take, that he could probably, like, Zed would be exhausted before he could even have a chance to take him down.
Fair enough. And there's another line I'm choosing not to cross. I am not bringing Serpentera over here. No.
Oh, that's probably a good thing because you would lose instantly. If the Great Army got a hold of that, it's over.
It's why Zed left this back in the M51 Galaxy with his father-in-law. I kid you not, but that's the explanation they give for why he doesn't come back with Serpentera in Zeo. He left it back in the M51 Galaxy with his in-laws so they could keep it safe.
Then how did it end up on the moon?
Technically speaking, he never brought it to the moon. Not in the TV shows, at least. Rubber Red was written with the idea of a fan hoax being canon.
Huh.
Later comics would go on to rectify the whole issue of Serpentera being on the moon by saying, sometime in the background, while we were focusing on other teams after her in space, or at least between Turbo and Zeo and in space, Zed would eventually bring Serpentera back and lose it on the moon. But really, if you just take the canon as it's presented in the shows, there is no way Serpentera could be on the moon. Because Zed took basically everybody he was working with and had working for him, piled them all onto Serpentera, and left. And did not return with it. Instead, we got the Camper of Evil. Forgot about that, didn't you?
I did! I forgot about that fucking camper!
Yeah. Suffice to say, I think that it's the best decision for everybody that Zed doesn't bring Serpentera with him. But that's not to say he can't make something that's similarly scary.
Imagine if he brought the camper with him.
That'd be hilarious.
like you see a shot of like the world the Grand Army is from, and like you see their headquarters, castle, whatever, and there's just a camper parked outside.
Yo, what if at okay. Just imagine, 5.
I can also imagine him Gasket trying to strike a deal with them just to get the resources to keep making his own forces. Because, like, the Machine Empire needs resources to make machines.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads me to, oh dear god, the possibility of this villain faction we're dealing with for the Riders and the two Power Ranger villain factions all teaming up for the mutual goal of destroying the Cyclone Cafe and everyone in it.
Look at that. I feel like that would most likely be somewhere near Endgame type thing.
It should be, considering the amount of threat that would pose.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can fully imagine Kazuto either sneaking in or getting like kidnapped in some way, escaping, sees the camper van. You know what?
Steals the camper. Oh my
Old
god.
That hears a noise from outside.
He looks out a window and the camper's leaving and he's like, "That's mine!" Rita's going to kill me!
All of a sudden, back at Cafe Cyclone. Hey guys, look what I found!
And naturally, Felix is the only one who recognizes it. And he's just got this wide-eyed, jaw drop, how did you get that look?
So, I should probably mention, the Great Army. It's comprised of Shocker from Kamen Rider, but also various other villain factions throughout the franchise. By the beginning of the story, where they attack the quote-unquote real world, they have essentially taken over everything in their corner of the multiverse. However, because time is weird when it comes to alternate realities, Cafe Cyclone is able to get the riders to the different rider worlds before, mostly, the Great Army is able to take over.
I just punished them.
So not only is this dimension hopping, it's time travel as well?
A little bit, yes.
Considering the dimension this Lord Zed is coming from, it is a genuine possibility he might be a Digimon himself.
You brought that up
That
before.
one, Digivolve too?
But,
I brought this up before with Bear, but let's say, I'm just saying it's a genuine possibility. He might be, he might not be. We don't know what he was like before he touched that Zeo Crystal and got inverted.
Schrodinger's Lord Zed.
Which leads me to, with the resources of the Machine Empire, with the technology of the Machine Empire, and the resources of the villain faction, Shocker, the Great Fate, etc. Imagine him making an artificial Machine Dramon monster.
Yo.
No.
Essentially, just skipping the normal phase and going straight for the giant Taiju fight. Because Machine Dramon be huge.
Yeah.
Since he doesn't have Serpentera, he just constructs his own personal Zord here.
Yeah, that's fucking scary.
Oh god. Nah, he makes that because Kazuto stole his camper.
But yeah, what I was saying was, I can see the Great Army eventually targeting Cafe Cyclone because they've lost a good number of forces.
To these little balls of chaos we call Kamen Riders.
Yeah. We're on turn.
The fact Roga was vocally wanting to kill a kid, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I was like, I did not like that for a second. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's what.
My disgust with that when Felix was like, wait, what? Yeah, that was genuine.
Yeah, I don't know if she was having a bad day that day or something, but
Or she just thought it was funny.
yeah, I might. If it happens again, I'll talk to her. But
Okay, if it was a bad day, I'll give it to her. But if she thought it was funny, then
Because Herdy-Der, the bad guy, like the good guys are just as evil as the bad guys. Isn't that a funny joke? Depends on how you play it. It really does depend on how you play it. Because that is a very difficult joke to pull off.
I doubt that could ever be funny, really.
No, it's been managed. It's been managed. Very rarely, but it has been. And usually, it's not even to the extent of, yeah, this person's pure evil. It's just, oh yeah, the supposed hero is actually kind of selfish. Because the way they did the joke, it's not the supposed hero is just as evil as the bad guys, it's the hero isn't as pure as you think. I'm not doing this for, you know, altruism and the like. I'm doing this because I'm getting something out of it.
well, I mean, remember they kept going on about hazard pay.
Nah, next session, if I hear the words hazard pay one more time, I'm just gonna say, oh, you want hazard pay? Well, too bad. Well, too bad, because I'm the hazard, so pay up. You saw what I did to that Rhino guy, didn't you? One more word of hazard pay for many of you, and I'll do it again.
No, I have the ability to enter electronic devices and mess with them. I could just delete everything off of your admittedly useless phones.
Just make their bank account 0.
When they get back,
I could delete all your photos. I can erase all your contact.
When they get
That's with the Digimon.
When they get back to their world, their phones have essentially turned into bricks.
So I hope you like this D&D podcast while watching footage of Super Robot Wars 30.
Sorry.
No, I thought it was funny.
Oh.
I mean, it kind of is.
It's basically when okay, I kind of blanked out when Lord Zed was mentioned, and well, Lord Zed and Camper were mentioned. Is the Camper there, or?
I mean,
I honestly don't think the camper actually came with Zed.
Okay.
it'd be funny.
It'd be funny, but I don't think it did.
Listen, I listened to Critical Role and Adventure, so this is funny.
That wouldn't steal one.
Oh, wait, no. Babe, Do you want to hear what finally made me say yes to joining this campaign?
Oh, here we go.
Do you want to hear what Bear had to do to make me say yes?
Don't keep us in suspense, man. Go, go!
Basically, Thomas the Tank Engine as a Kamen Rider. That's all it took.
Oh god, just imagine. The Machine Empire took either a current bullet train or an older train, and now that's the monster accompanying the freaking Thomas the Tank Engine Rider, either as the thing he's fighting, or as the thing following him around.
Nah. Everyone's fighting monster. All of a sudden, all they hear is do 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 do.
And all the train monster thing that the Machine Empire her guys made can say is, I like trains. Okay, nah, that's a bit too stupid. No.
Stupid. Yes. Funny.
Fun. Also, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think it'd be kind of limiting to do that, so I'm choosing not to.
No, I already have an idea for like villains if / when we get there. There's
There was one thing I actually considered, though.
Oh, what is it?
Unfortunately, it would require immobilizing Felix for a while to do this, or at least drastically weakening me.
Oh?
Zed steals the crystal. Like, one of the villain forces steals the Zeo crystal from my suit, because it's embedded in the chest plate. Because it is a power source that perpetually grows stronger with time.
Webb said I'm getting me some burritos.
Alrighty.
That probably melted brain cells.
Like, just imagine. The instant Zed unleashes that new personal Zord, the Machindra Zord. Yes, that's what I'm calling it for now, the Machindra Zord. It's powered by the very crystal that was stolen from me.
Ooh.
So I'm fighting in my own in my own specific Zord, weakened, barely conscious, and still fighting on, because I need that back. I've had that thing for so long, it is so connected to me, it's basically like the Phantom Ranger and his Power Ruby.
Oh.
And there's my headcanon for her. At least part of the reason the Zeo powers are traded for the Turbo powers. Yes, they're constantly getting stronger, but they also gradually become more and more a part of the person using them. They don't like physiology other than the individual they were made for, and they don't like being separated from the people they were made for.
That would explain why in the, was it 2017 movie, the reboot, they said that if a Zeo crystal was ever removed from the planet, the planet would die.
That actually kind of lines up. The Zeo Crystal is a force of life. If you take it away from the life it is bonded to, everything dies.
So yeah, the idea I had for the Thomas the Tank Engine Rider world. So it takes place in a version of like the late 1800s. The Isle of Sodor is a landmass that just appeared like off the coast of England. And expeditions to the island have garnered, like, they've learned that there's a lot of good shit there. There's more resources on that island that on the Isle of Sodor than there are anywhere else.
The place might as well be made of coal and diamonds and shit.
Coal, diamonds, like
Miscellaneous
wood,
gemstone.
all sorts of stuff. It's like the entire place was untouched by people. However, there are monsters running around the island. Cave paintings found on the island depicted what looked like humans using specialized weapons against these monsters. They found special coal that can, like, when it's burned and attached to something.
I'll be right back. Let me use the bathroom.
Okay. When it's burned and attached to something, it can make that thing way stronger.
Now you're giving me more ideas.
And eventually, I'm trying to remember the name of the railroad company in Thomas the Tank Engine.
Hold on. The Northwestern Railway.
Okay, so the Northwestern Railway Company, eventually developed what are known as steam drivers. Using this technology, they were able to create specialized weapons, armor, and trains that can fight off the monsters on the island. Eventually, the Northwestern Railroad, of course, like they share this technology with the other companies that wanted to stake in on Sodor. And over time, they were able to sort of like create like a stable like a stable place on the Isle of Sodor with a handful of towns and a couple cities. And of course, like, they're protected by riders, and of course, to go from point A to point B is very dangerous without the aid of a train rider. Thomas happens to be a third generation train rider.
I was gonna say, I swear to God, if you say that Thomas was the son of the train conductor.
No. His father was a rider before him, and his grandfather was on the original expedition to Sodor. Although I may change it that his either way, Thomas, like, not third generation. He's a second generation train rider, unless I decide to not make his dad a rider. But anyway, point is, he works for the Northwestern Railroad as a train rider in order to keep the locals safe, transport them from point A to point B safely, as well as any materials or resources that are needed from one area to another, so on and so forth. There are, of course, some who, in the case of pretty much everything, there is one company that wants the island and everything it has all to themselves. This company developed a diesel driver. It's cheaper to make and easier to mass produce. And the company hires criminals as a sort of, like, quote-unquote community service. These diesel riders are not good people. The worst of them is Diesel 10. I believe I came up with the name Dio for him. Because I know. D and then 10. Like, you write that out, it could look like Dio. He's the leader of the Diesel Riders, and by far the strongest. As his diesel driver was the prototype, the first one they made. And, he leads the mass-produced diesel riders in causing all sorts of chaos in Sodor.
Hell, aw, no burritos for me.
I don't mean to interrupt, but an idea had occurred to me
Go on.
while I was roaming around doing my stuff. So, Bear knows about a particular trait that Felix has, which I lovingly refer to as Reboot. Cats have 9 lives. I have just 2. once per her campaign, and this ability does not recharge, I can survive otherwise fatal wounds by returning to my Digi-Egg form and starting over. What if we actually move the Lord Zed Zord thing earlier on? So this is effectively how I get my Zeo Crystal back and regenerate with the powered-up Rider form.
Okay.
The idea being, I managed to reclaim my Ranger power turns now that they're even stronger. And it took me basically dying in action to do it. Lord Zed's machine is destroyed. The crystal is recovered. And as I'm holding it, my primary concern is everybody else okay? Is the cafe damaged? No civilians hurt. And as it's all confirmed, you know, minimal damage, minimal casualties, whatever, or whatever the hell happens, my form starts to glitch out. Still holding the crystal, I end up reverting back to the egg with the crystal now trapped inside the shell.
Ah.
When I hatch again, at first it is after the Yukimi Botamon, because of course I'd be that time adorable. But as I return to my original form, there is a visible difference in the Meikumon. You guys have seen Meikumons paws, how there's like the weird gemstone patterns on her wrist, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now those are Zeo Crystal Red.
Oh.
The Meikumon had regenerated, incorporating the crystal into its data.
Damn.
Try taking my powers away from me this time, you jerks. And because I have regenerated with the always growing stronger crystal now incorporated into my data, the ultimate fusion here, the final stage of how the Zeo Crystal itself interacts with the, you know, the force of life. Therein is born the new Battleizer mode.
Oh, shit.
Well, rip. It is victory here after all. You can't measure lives in some abstract math. There's nothing in the world that'll ever replace you, Junko.
Uso.
Junko Uso's absolutely right.
You don't gotta bear the whole world on your shoulders, boss. We've been together long enough, haven't we? Live or die, we'll do it together.
Let's go, everyone. I need you all to give me your best and break through the enemies.
So come on, Junko, help us with this!
Guess I was a bit overeager to die there. Sorry, everyone.
Man, this isn't Victory Gundam after all.
Yep.
Junko's being watching.
You got a long road ahead of us, Junko. You don't get to die off and leave it to us.
I hear you, Marbit. Besides, by my tally, we haven't settled things between us yet anyhow.
We'll give it everything we can in these last minutes. Everyone, charge!
Junko's been watching way too much ToQger.
What?
Akira.
Oh. Oh.
So, as far as I'm concerned, that was effectively my idea here.
Okay. It'll still be a while because we're still like in the beginning of things.
I know. I'm just saying I figured that's where my mid-season upgrade will come in.
Yo. When
Unexpected
in
in the middle of the series, like a rider spontaneously dying.
when
You were
in
saying,
if
Carl?
go on, Matthias.
No, you were saying?
Yo, when if we ever get to see the tank engine world, Nupia is gonna see the coal in action. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Remember what I said about souvenirs?
Oh no.
Don't mind me. I'm not doing anything. Pocketing whatever coal he can get his hands on.
Admittedly, our little ranger cat isn't above taking souvenirs either.
Oh god.
It depends on what it is.
Like I couldn't get out the words last time, but I wanted to do was take a piece of Guy's
Take a
armor
piece of
or
coal.
take one of his cards.
Well, next time we'll just say you did that while no one was looking.
Yeah. What do you mean, Dave?
Oh god, that toasty split.
Yeah, he takes a bit of coal and like he tries to figure out how he can apply to. Oh, that.
In the original show, of Victory Gundam, Junko did a suicide attack to try and stop this cannon from going off.
Because Victory Gundam was a massive of depression, anxiety, frustration. There was a lot going on behind the scenes that led to a very mentally unhealthy Yoshiyuki Tomino. And that leads to a Kill 'Em All series if you know the man at all.
At least it wasn't Ideon.
No, but it got close. I keep hearing people compare it, like it got close.
But yeah, no. I'll quit.
Sorry.
It's fine.
We were talking about something else, so like my brain just went on
Fine, move
autopilot.
on.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine, move on.
Yeah, he takes a bunch of coal, and he tries to figure out how he can apply it to, the Zombie Breaker, Deva's, I forget the name. Something Arrow, yes?
What?
The web. Oh wait, no, that's not David. That's
Oh, her arrows?
yes. Apply it to that. Somehow apply it to the Seiken. And does Chocobo have a weapon? Because I can't recall him.
No,
having one.
his rider form. The only weapon he has are his boots, which can like
He's a very kicking-based rider as opposed to a weapon-based.
yeah,
Oh.
the parts of his boots like come out like chocobo claws.
I got an idea for that. Flaming Chocobo claws.
The way you describe that, I'm reminded of the Split Edition weapons that were given to Toa Kohaku back in the first couple of years of Bionicle. Because his fighting style was primarily based on kicking, they had additions to his feet to make it, less damaging to his feet, but more damaging to whatever he kicks. It was effectively his elemental tool, because that's how he also channeled his power over stone.
But yeah, I just love like making things in my head, similar to how I just thought of Chocobo getting flaming Chocobo kicks. Because it makes sense. It makes sense. I am applying cool to it after all.
That thing is, like, the three of our characters, yours, mine, and Chocobo's, I can see us getting along and becoming almost a comedy trio. We are the Three Stooges.
What makes it better, we're all animal-based. We got a bird, we got a dog, we got a cat. The music, Kamen Rider? I can't exactly recall. Remind me? I like how we just went from focusing on Super Robot Wars to talking about the session.
It's fine, it's fine.
I mean, we're having a good time regardless, and I'm certain the conversation's entertaining for somebody.
Yeah, true. I wasn't saying anything bad. I'm just like, this is great. I love it. I can't wait for more.
Like, saying it as many times as I need to. This is the most fun session I've ever had. My previous experiences were my very first campaign, DM'd by Red, which is still ongoing, and a one-shot. Yeah. Admittedly not a very high bar to clear, but you who cleared it so far, you're in the sky right now.
Like, I didn't even jump over the bar, I just, like, I motioned to get ready to jump, and then I just started floating up, I just started flying up in the air. Without moving.
First, D&D, I tried to do with other people from another Discord. There was only like 3 of us, so it never really started. Second time around, a few years ago, like a couple of years ago, there wasn't enough people, it just never started. So this is the only D&D I've ever, like, actually got to do. And it's quite fun. I love the hell of it.
How could you pose such a threat to the Shabadan! We must retreat! I'll command our forces from the rear! What forces?
Yeah. The enemy flagship has departed the field. Good! Now's our chance to push our offensive.
Yes, we're already doing it. Trust me. Please return to your chair. So that's Taslio Wago, Zanscare's third most important man. Exactly as I'd heard. He's someone to be wary of.
We've confirmed the elimination of the Kalash Giri Defense Force. The remaining forces are retreating or attempting to surrender.
We managed to capture the Kalish Giri before it could fire.
Well, we still won, at least.
I wasn't sure we'd make it out of that for a moment.
To be honest, me neither.
Power gathers in the hands of those who wield it for what's right. Our victory today just shows how true that is.
So put simply, justice always wins, right? If only everything was always that simple.
Don't get distracted now. Hurry up and destroy the Kalish Giri. Wait just a moment. The remaining Zanskar soldiers are signaling their desire to surrender. I don't think we need to destroy the Kalish Giri itself. Still, leaving it here opens up the possibility of Zanskar retaking. I think we can trust Commodore Fikes to handle that. Still, though, power itself is not necessarily evil. The only evil is in how it's used. I believe the day may come when the Kalish Giri becomes humanity's strength.
Yeah, like if someone tries to drop another Axis on Earth. Aggressively stares at Shar!
Looking at you, Blondie.
After all, we could have used this a couple years back when a giant asteroid almost landed on us.
Aggressively looks at Shar, and Shar's just like...
Or when Zeon started dropping colonies on us.
I don't think Shar had anything to do with that, did he?
No, but he was allied with Zeon. Plus, let's face it, it's a colony drop. Humanity's going to be sore about that for quite a while. Lord knows Australia is still wondering what the hell to do with the new crater.
Well, I mean, Australia is like one of the most dangerous places on the planet, so...
Well, we know that crater's a water park now. Excellent work, Drake Cruz. You've really shown the muscle behind your declaration to fight any and all enemies of peace. You're honored by your praise. Now then, considering the circumstances, I think we can all agree concentrating our forces is the best plan. Therefore, the Rainforce Junior and its crew will continue to accompany the Drake Cruz. Thank you very much for your offer. We were going to make a similar suggestion ourselves. Now that they've lost a centerpiece of their plans in the Kalish Giri, Zanskar should be much more hesitant to act. I recommend a direct attack against Zanskar's homeland.
That's a bad idea.
Do you disagree, Captain? Very much so, yes. There are a lot of civilians living on Side 2 where Zanskar is based out of. I think we should refrain from any direct strikes. We don't want another Hiroshima and Nagasaki, do we? Still, I have felt for a while now we need to investigate Side 2. So then, this is a good chance for that. We'll organize a recon mission into Zanskar's home territory. Excellent, Commander Mitsuba. You'll have the League military's full support, of course.
Well, he seems scary.
I heard previously that he's merely a stand-in for the true Jin. What the hell?
Did they change the name? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it had an N for H.
It was Gene Ham. Now it's Genem. Gehenim.
Translation error, Scoper.
And a poor fit
Why
for
is
the
it
role,
official?
but
Perhaps today's victory changed him. Nonetheless, now that we've promised to, we need to plan a recon mission into the Zanskar homeland.
Roger, ma'am. Allow me to assemble a proposal.
Do it quickly, XO. It's just as possible that Zanskar will only become more violent and aggressive, having lost their ace in the hole. Considering the way we've seen them behave, that is genuinely a possibility.
Alright, let's take a look at what we got.
That reminds me of a magnet joke.
Baby, still listening?
Wait, did one of those have J-Decker on it?
Brave Spirits.
Might I suggest this one next?
Yes, but it'll have to be next time because
We are definitely running a little long here. So,
yeah, it's almost, we were almost at 2 hours and 30 minutes. And that was a long ass mission.
And it's 4 o'clock anyway.
So,
You calling it here?
yeah.
Star Wars 30! Diet Autobots! Be there!
Quickly before you go, what exactly was the music Kamen Rider you were making, babe? I can't exactly recall. I would feel so bad if this is when Cliff decided to appear. Because, like, the second the streams are almost over, like, I think I need the treble? Hold on. Did you type any of this out? I can't recall this at all. Oh dear.
もう始まってるじゃないか。
There's nothing here, so...
こんな大事な時にどこに。仕方ない。代わり、どうなってんのよ、これ。ポセイダル軍を追って、俺たち別の世界に来ちゃったよ。そこは人類同士の争い。
This place cray cray!
エイリアンから AI まで何でもありだった。だけど、俺たちには仲間がいる。See you again.
But, babe, you're not thinking of,
次回予告。
I was gonna ask, you're not thinking of joining this campaign too, are you? Because...
We're already a chaotic bunch as is.
yeah.
I would welcome more people with open arms, but that's up to the DM.
This was originally supposed to be for like 4 people.
And then Rhea showed up.
Well, one of our members is no longer around. I'll get into that off stream. And another one of our members was uncertain whether or not she'd be able to keep coming. But it's fine now. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Web. Alright, so, thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear 92, Latios, and Taro.
Hello.
And Me and Taro will see you again tomorrow for Final Fantasy. Latios will be going on an adventure.
Going on a trip, really, on his favorite rocket ship.
Okay, we're